Quad State is, it's kind of like Christmas every year if you're a blacksmith.
You can find pretty much anything and everything here. So it's a cool event to come and be part of. Everyone's really friendly.
Is the best event to come to.
Awesome.
If you can, make it out. It's worth it.
I've been on the SOFA board since 87. Coordinator for Quad State for the first 7 years we were here. We came here in 94, and then I've done it for the last 10 years. I say I've been president here. I think I've been president now for, I think maybe 6 years. And they actually talked about having Quad State only every other year because we were having a hard time finding somebody that would do it. And they said, well, let's have it the odd year that a band is here. And I was like, now everybody's used to doing it every year. Let's do it every year. So I said, if I can get some help, I'll do it. And we got good help to do it. It's a lot of work, but we also have a lot of workers. I could tell anybody out there, we need some people to set up a building or whatever, and they would volunteer to. A lot of times people ask me, say, well, how can our club get as big as SOFA? What did you do? What do we need to do? And I jokingly, not jokingly, tell them, find a millionaire and make him your buddy. Because Emert Studebaker owned the process equipment company, and he had the grounds. It was beautiful, 4 beautiful log cabins. The demonstrators stayed in the log cabins. It was all on site. And all he had to tell his guys that worked for him at the factory was place that there, that there, that there. And you just point and shoot, and these guys had to go out and put it all together. Quad State is actually older than SOFA is. Ohio Artists Blacksmiths Association was a group that knew Emert. Emert Studebaker wanted to have a get-together, so they did it at Emert's, and Emert called it the Quad State Roundup because it was Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. So after 3 years of doing it for the Ohio Blacksmith Association, they decided they were going to disband for whatever reason, I'm not sure. So they gave Emert a couple $1,000s they had in their treasury and said, here, we're going to join your group. Southern Ohio Forge and Anvil actually formed in 1980, and it's grown from there. Starting in the late 80s, Emert would come around after the Quad State and go, you're going to need to find someplace else to have this. I'm getting too old for this. We ended up coming here in 94 with his blessings. The reason we picked here, we did a computer search and found out this was a central area for everybody that comes to our meetings and stuff. And we have a open-ended lease. As long as they're a fairgrounds and we're a blacksmith shop, then we get use of the building. We built the building, they own it, we own everything in it, and we get sole use of it. We get real along real well with the fairgrounds. They like us. Majority of the camping money goes back to the fairgrounds. We usually, until COVID, we grew by probably 60 people a year. And then we didn't have it the year COVID hit because they said you had to have 6 foot distancing, and that's not going to happen. And now we're back up to getting back up to every year. It's getting bigger and bigger again. This year we had 1150. The most I think we've had so far is 1435, and that was the 40th anniversary year. If you pay the registration fee, then you don't have to pay any other fees to sell, trade, do whatever. That's why we have such a big group that's selling tools. These tailgate salespeople they'll put a can on their tailgate, and it'll say what the price of stuff is, and they'll leave the can there and go off and do whatever they want to do, and people pick up stuff, put the money in the can.
Everyone's welcome, and you just show up, and you can also make some money to pay for that gas money to take you home.
Obviously, they have the largest tailgate sales, so it's the best place to come and get stuff.
And 10 years ago, in this exact spot, our 2 co-founders, Nathan and Andy, brought their first hydraulic press to Quad State. They came home from that event 10 years ago with 10 orders and immediately pivoted their business model.
We treat everybody on the same level, and it works really well. Steve Roth, many years ago, made our motto, creative and friendly. And that's the most word we get from people when people come out for the first time. It's not real cliquish. You can go by and everybody's friendly. And people will say that They enjoy the atmosphere here. It's kind of a scramble when you first get here because we only block off areas for people that are working with the club to get stuff done, and the rest of it's just whoever gets here first. So we tell them they come in on Tuesday for the tailgate sales, and before that, before you set that as a deadline, there were people here the Saturday before, and they're here Tuesday. Out here in the grounds, we have. If you were out here last night, you see people that are teaching classes and just having fun foraging out at their campsites. But it's worked out really well. We're blessed. We only do one event a year, this event, and it pays our bills for the full year.
So what does Quad State mean to you?
Gathering.
Gathering.
It used to be called the Quad State Roundup, and after COVID, we'd actually talked about having just an event here and not plan any demonstrations. And I was trying to figure out what to call it, and I was just going to call it the Gathering, the Blacksmith Gathering, Quad State Gathering. And we didn't have it that year. And then when we started doing next year, we did them and stuff, and I thought, well, sorry, Emmert, but Roundup doesn't quite sound proper or right for what we're doing. So now it's the Quad State Gathering, because that's what it is. We could not have any demonstrators, and we'd be just about as big as we are anyway. People that camp beside each other every year.
Quad State is a family gathering. I have made lots of friendships and lasting friendships.
So you get guys from all over the country that make the trek out here every year, and it's a great spot.
People have a great appreciation for effort and time and skill that goes into a product, because that's what these people are all about.
What makes Quad State special is the amount of creativity that's around here and the instant access to learn from other smiths.
Quad State is such an incredible gathering of blacksmiths.
We've had such a blast with this group of people.